Hey guys, thanks for tuning in. So here at the park with the SPEDIX S250Q, and gonna go ahead and do a little test flight here, see how this thing does. Unfortunately, I did a hover test initially and I actually crashed it before I could get any video. I just kind of flipped it and broke the stock prop. So I just have some of these 4x4.5 HQ props, kind of unbreakable props, real durable ones. So I'm just going to go ahead and try it out with this one from my test flight with these props, see how it does. But anyway, got the run cam on top. I'll be switching between some onboard video and also just going to kind of start it off with a line of sight flight, and then I'm going to switch to the FPV goggles, and I'll have some video on the onboard and also of just the line of sight as well. So let's go for a flight.
Welcome to OpenTX.
Okay, so I have this Tyrannus set up for acro mode to be on if it's down like this. So that would be full rate mode, and then if I want it in self-leveling mode, I'll just basically flip this up like so. So arming to the bottom right. Okay, so this is self-leveling. Just gonna fly around a bit. I'm using 4S right now. So just gonna slowly kind of take it around the park a little bit, a line of sight. See how it does in self-leveling mode. So what you'll notice is the controls in self-leveling are a little bit sluggish, the pitch and yaw. It's not instant response, but when we do change to full manual rate mode, now the response is basically totally instant to the input. You can see that instant response. Okay, so acro mode, rate mode, line of sight is a little tough, but I'm just going to try to do maybe a few flips and see how this thing does with just stock parameters. Whoa, nice. So it's pretty instant response. Pretty good. Woo. Okay, so still working on my acro mode, but this thing definitely flips pretty quick. Wow. Let's try to do a roll flip. Nice. So I'm just basically giving it a punch of throttle and then pushing the stick all the way in one direction and then letting off, and then once it flips, giving it back on the throttle. Just like that. I'm not pulling the throttle all the way down when I let off. You kind of get the feel after a while. Seems pretty quick. Woo, don't want to go too far in acro mode, or otherwise I'll lose control. So just gonna keep it close. Work on some flips. Let's try to do a double front flip. Cool. All right, so real quick and nimble. Flips really nice. This is the first time I've used these props on it. As I said before, the stock props, I just totally destroyed them by accident on the first hover test. And disarm is to the bottom left. Okay, cool. That was a good first test on 4S with the Tyrannus. I'm gonna go ahead and pop in another battery. Alright, so here we are. Basically, got the goggles on and I'm gonna go ahead and do a FPV flight with the SPEDIX 250. A little bit nervous, but let's see what happens. I'm gonna go to self-leveling first off, and let's see how we do. Okay, so I'm in self-leveling mode. I'm on 3S right now. I'm not really too comfortable with flying FPV, so I'm just basically keeping it simple. I think 3S is probably a good start. So I'm just going to kind of fly around the park and see how it does. Alright, so I'm going to go into rate mode now, acro mode, and let's see how we do. Let's try a flip. Cool. Alright, that was cool, that was fun. Woo, definitely need some practice here. Another flip. Alright. Now let's try a roll. Woo! Okay. Wow. So far so good. No crashing yet. Whoa, 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 whoa. Cool, so that's the full, I'm fully pushing the stick to its endpoint when I'm doing these flips. So it's pretty fast. Whoa. As you can tell, I'm pretty amateur. But this thing really is responding really good to my stick inputs. I don't have a beeper or timer on this right now. Oh. Oh, okay, we're still up. Hit the ground there, but I'm still good, still up. Nice. Okay, yeah, so it's doing pretty good. Real fun to fly. Okay, I need to come down a little bit here. Yeah, seems real nimble, real fun to fly. I don't have a huge amount of experience. I'm still kind of learning myself. The camera on here, it's getting a little dark when I'm pointing up at the sky. So that's a little difficult. Otherwise, it seems pretty good. Pretty clear. Everything seems to be going great. Nice little rolls, flips. Alright, whoa, whoa. So when you're beginning, you're just gonna have these weird, like, weird control issues until you get a lot better. But so far so good. So there we are with the goggles on. Cool. So that was a good test flight on the SPEDIX. Seemed to do pretty well. Alright, definitely super fun. You know, for a beginner FPV pilot, I think this is a pretty good one to get. Seems pretty nimble. You can do some customization. And let's see if there's any damage. I know I hit the ground one time pretty hard when I was up trying to come back down. Let's turn off the run cam. Stop the recording on that. Everything seems good. Not any real hard hits yet. The only thing about these connectors is sometimes when you get these connectors, they don't match up, these XT60 connectors. So I did put my own XT60 on this one, and it just seems really tight. So just got to be careful. Connecting and disconnecting. There we go. Alright, so that was a 3S flight. It did really well on 3S. I mean, I don't think you're going to need 4S until you get better. This is just a 1300 mAh 3S battery in it. Did really well. I'll go ahead and get the timings on how long that lasted for this flight. But yeah, no damage. I did kind of get a hard hit straight down when I didn't know my altitude. But everything seems fine. No cracks, no nothing. So pretty much unless you're gonna like crash this thing full bore, it seems like it's gonna hold up pretty good. Alright, cool. So let's take this guy back to the bench and just do like kind of a final pros and cons, afterthoughts, and really just kind of get into what I thought about it, what I thought could be improved, and just kind of an overall feeling on this guy.